How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I got some very exciting news. If you were watching the previous episode, you know that I had a very hard time getting this tie rod end removed from the steering knuckle, but today I got something really cool to show you. It's loose. Not only is it loose, but it came right out. And what I did to remedy that, I was spending hours trying to get that thing off. And basically what I had to do was get a new hammer made of metal that weighed about 3 pounds. So about a 3-pound sledgehammer, and that did the trick. Now, rubber mallets do work from what I can tell based on other people's experience. However, it did not work in my case, and I had to get something with a bit more oomph to it. I did try using a specific tie rod end remover tool. It did not fit my car, so I couldn't do that either. So I had to just step up my hammer, basically, get a little upgrade, and that did the trick for me. Also with a little bit of PB Blaster spraying on top and on bottom, and it removed it like butter. So, you know, obviously do your research, but that's what worked for me, and I would still be really careful considering those knuckles are aluminum, and the threads could get stripped with a metal hammer. So be very careful, do your research, and let's get on to the video. Alright guys, so I'm struggling to get this radiator fan off. As you can see, the clip's just right there, but let me put my flashlight down. These hoses right here are getting in the way. I don't know if this is because it's a 97 specific issue, but these are just kind of getting in the way, preventing it from coming out easily. I'm going to wrestle a little bit more with it, but I know for a fact that if you have a 97 Corvette, this part will fight you the whole way. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to try to get this out as quickly as I can. Alright guys, so it is another day once again. I had to stop what I was doing to do some other things around the house, but I went ahead and put this little cover, radiator cover back on and reattached all this stuff. I was not able to get the radiator fan off because something over here kept catching it. That side was fine, but this was just wrestling with me the whole time, and since it's not a required part of this whole process, I just decided to give up on that. All it really does is just give us a little extra space, but that's not required. If you are able to get this off, please let me know how you did it, because something was snagging and I could not figure out like what it was. Everything looked like it was fine whenever I went on top, and then on bottom everything looked fine, but it just would not come out. So let me know in the comments how you guys remove that if you did. But anyways, what we're going to do next, you can't really see it from here, but we're going to be removing the two main bolts holding the steering rack on, and we're finally going to be draining the power steering fluid and removing that whole bit out from underneath the car, so we can actually get to the harmonic balancer. Alright guys, so I finally got the floor jack out after several days of just straight up struggle bus after struggle bus. So I didn't really film any of it because it was not interesting content anyways, because I was basically struggling with these brake lines right here. Basically these are on really tight. I suspect I'm probably the first one to crack these open. So taking that off was a hassle, and just getting in there and getting good leverage was hard enough as it is. And then the bolt that connects the steering column to the steering rack was also on there super tight. And it took me a couple of days just to get loose after like hitting it a ton of times, like tons of times with a PB blaster, and just finding different ways of being able to get this loose. But finally got it. Oh, and then just taking this thing out after all the bolts were gone was a hassle on its own. This bit right here came out just fine, but this right here with the rubber grommets, that was giving me a lot of issues. This bit was stuck, and some other videos I've seen to to kind of help me figure out what's going on also showed this being stuck. So I wonder if that's another common issue with C5s. Not entirely sure, but it is kind of weird that they also had a problem with this bit right here. But after prying it out using a bunch of different methods, and then just wrestling with it for about an hour or so after everything was loose, I finally got it out. I am super excited. I feel really empowered right now, but we can't dilly-dally too long, because next we have the harmonic balancer to get to. Can't really see it with the camera angle, but we got to get to that, and then we can finally pull that out, put in a new one, and then put everything back together. All right, and also after a few more days of trying just different tactics, I finally got the harmonic balancer bolt off. Also didn't film that just because again, like I said, with the steering rack, it was just me struggling for days on end. But finally got this out. I had to borrow my significant other's dad's impact gun because I don't have one of my own. I'll probably end up getting one soon after this, but they're expensive, so maybe not. But finally got that out, so I'm going to actually get the uninstalled tool that I have sitting over there. I'm going to figure out how to use that, and we're actually going to pull the bouncer out. Hopefully it works, because I have had so many issues with this car, with this whole process. But yeah, we're making progress. I'm super excited, so let's get to it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have the 3-jaw puller mounted to the harmonic bouncer right here. It is kind of like a little sketchy how I have this done. I'm basically trying to get this like outer lip right here hooked up so I can just pull it out. I was trying to get, it's kind of hard to show, but I was trying to get like in between like this gap right here on all 3 sides. But the problem was I was able to get 2 of them in, and then the third one was like impossible to get in just because of the geometry of the puller itself. So hopefully this method works. I've been struggling just to get this thing mounted on, and this little bit right here is actually from the other installer that I originally had. I just haven't returned it yet. So because this thread just kind of like goes all the way in to the to the hole where the bolt is, and we don't really need that. We need to be able to push against that bit right here so we can actually pull the bouncer off. So hopefully this works. If not, then I might just have to buy a special tool specifically for this. I hope it doesn't come to that, but we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so I had to change plans a little bit. Still got a 3-jaw puller, but this is a different set. I got this at Harbor Freight. It's like a 4-pack set that has like 4 different sizes of jaw pullers. That whole thing was like 35 bucks. So I've been working on this for a little bit. I got the stock bolt back in here. Did it 4 turns, like a lot of people recommend, just to kind of have a little surface to push against. So far it actually seems to be working, funny enough. I think it's just because like the slightly smaller size helps these arms actually like get into these little gaps here, whereas the other one that I got at O'Reilly's that I rented was just a little too big and it wasn't wanting to fit. And also something that I forgot to mention was I did in fact have to take the radiator fans out anyways. Turns out that is required because if you're using an impact gun, which is what I had to do to get this bolt out initially, an impact gun with the socket is just too long, and there's no way that you'd be able to get it out anyways. So I was actually able to find a way to get the fan out. There were some hoses up here that I had to push out of the way carefully, but I was able to get them out of the way, and then the whole thing just slid right down, and then disconnected the fans right here. And so yeah, that's sitting over somewhere else. But yeah, so this seems to be working. I hope I didn't just jinx it, but we're going to keep slowly but surely turning on this, and let's see if we can finally get it out. Okay guys, so I probably jinxed myself. I was saying hopefully I shouldn't have any more problems with this new puller set, but I'm starting to think the harmonic balancer is just like seized onto the actual crank. I don't really know, it's just not working out. Once I get enough tension onto the puller, it just spins the whole thing. It turns the engine and everything, which is not what I need. Also, let me just flip the camera around. But my damn puller fucking broke. So I don't know what to do. I really wanted in this episode to get the harmonic balancer off and put the new one on, but I don't know if I'll be able to in this episode. I really tried, but you know, I am about to go crazy right now with all the bad luck I've been having. I'm convinced my car is cursed or something. It was probably built on some ancient Indian burial ground. I don't know, but this just ain't it. You know, so if you guys have any suggestions on what to do, please let me know. I'm desperate to try almost anything that, you know, isn't going to absolutely destroy the car. But yeah, so this is really disappointing. I do have other sizes of pullers to try out, but the next size in the set that I got, or the kit that I got, I think is a little too big. It was really hard to get it to fit, so I went a size down, which fit great, but it broke. Look at that. I've never seen anything like it before. So yeah. Alright guys, so a little bit of an update. Funny story, I had to go get some backup. Invited my dad over to help pull off the balancer and put on the new one. He was able to come during work. He's not here anymore. He had to leave. He didn't want to be on camera. So unfortunately I wasn't able to record any of so I wasn't able to record any footage of him taking off the old balancer and putting the new one on and putting the whole car back together. But yeah, it's been like a couple months since my last video, so yeah, this project has really taken that long. And he came in with this tool, which is from OEM Tools. It's specifically for C5 Corvettes to pull off harmonic balancers, and I kid you not, within about 5 or 6 minutes he had the old one pulled off, and then about another 10 or 20 minutes he had a new one put on and everything put back together. So yeah, a little embarrassing on my part, but you know, he's very experienced with cars, so you know, it's just partly is having the right tools and partly just experience. So I wish I could have gotten on camera, but he didn't want to be filmed, unfortunately, so I apologize to you guys for that, but that's all I got. Hopefully future projects on this car won't take that long and won't be that hard. So I already know how this car is going to behave when I start taking things apart, so I can prepare for that now, which is good. This is all a big learning experience for me. So, you know, yeah. Other good news, actually, we have absolutely smashed my subscriber goal. I was going to hit 250 subscribers by June, and already in the middle of April, which is when I'm recording this, we're at 258 subscribers, I believe, which is absolutely insane. So thank you guys so much for watching the video, subscribing, and leaving your comments. I really appreciate them. I'll look through all the comments every single time. Anytime y'all comment, I will look through it, and I try my best to reply best I can. So thank you very much. More will come from this Corvette, I promise. Right now I've just been super busy with work and family, so that's why this video has been taking a while to come out. But yes, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.